What's up, you guys? I hope you guys are having an awesome week. If you tuned into my video on Monday, then you know what this video is about. On Monday was a vlog about my routines, my morning, my evening routines. And this week, today, on this beautiful Thursday, I'm going to talk to you about how to create those routines. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into this week's video. So for as long as I can remember, my morning routine has always been this beautiful montage of me taking my time to get ready, enjoying my coffee, sitting on the couch and relaxing, maybe listening to a podcast or reading a little bit. It includes me picking out a killer outfit to go dominate the workforce. And before I can get to all of that, I've worked out. I've had a heart-healthy breakfast before 6 a.m. Is anybody else like that? Drop in the comments if you have your ideal morning routine that just ain't happening. So the hardest part for me is, one, I'm not a morning person. I am a night owl through and through, and trying to get a lot of things done in the morning just isn't gonna work for me. I'm the kind of person that always hits snooze. I have an alarm at 4:30, 4:45, 4:50, 4:55, 5 o'clock, 5:05, 5:10, anything so I can get just a few more minutes of sleep. But I knew that moving into this entrepreneur space and wanting to get more done and be more productive with my time, I needed to get some things set in place to make sure that I was accomplishing everything on my to-do list every day. Here's what I did. So when I sat down, the first thing I did was make a list of all the things that I had to do. So your girl has to brush her teeth in the morning. I have to take my dog out, stuff like that. I made a list of all the things that I already do that I know I have to include. And then I made a list of the things that I wanted to include in my routine. And this goes for my morning and my evening routine. I wrote down things like I want to make sure that I'm drinking enough water every day. I want to make sure that I have all of my stuff prepared in the morning, that I can just throw my food in my lunchbox and head to work. I wanted to make sure that I was taking time in the morning to make sure that my dog had enough time to use the bathroom outside, stuff like that. So I made a list of what I had to do and what I wanted to do. I think it's really important to mention that there are a lot of things that I want to do every day. That when I close my eyes at night and I think about who I'm going to be in the future and who my ideal self is, I've got about 30 things on that list that my future self is supposed to do. Or the idea of who I am in my head, this girl would do all of these things. We're not there yet. I picked the top 3 or 4 things that were the most important to me, and that's what I put in my routine. Not 30 different things to add. I didn't try to pack in, wake up 3 hours early when I'm not a morning person to begin with. I picked the things that I knew if I accomplished these things today, it was going to be a good day. Like I mentioned before, one of my goals was making sure that I was drinking enough water. Now, the second thing that I did was I looked at my planner and I made sure that all of these things that I wanted to do had a place. Now, me making sure that I'm getting in enough water doesn't necessarily have to be a part of my morning routine. Maybe it's something that I add in the evening, round out the day with finishing a big glass of water. If I want to make sure that I'm working out and going to the gym, it doesn't have to be a Monday through Friday thing. Maybe I make sure that I pencil in, go to the gym as a part of my morning routine on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So look at your calendar and figure out where things fit. Are there things that you think should be a part of your morning routine that are really going to better serve you in the evening? I don't know. But that's definitely something to check out. The third thing is not the most important thing, but if you can't measure it, it doesn't exist. So the third thing that I do when I start a new routine, especially ones like my morning and evening routine, which are still pretty new and fresh to me now, I create a checklist, some sort of way to track my progress. Now you can use apps like an app called Done, where you can type in what your daily goals are, your routines, and you just go through and you check them off every day and it tracks your progress and your streaks of how many days in a row you do that. Or like me, you can create a checklist, which you guys saw in Monday's video, where you just go through and you just check off what all you're doing. This really helped me because it allowed me to say, oh, wait, I do this every day and I didn't even include it. It allowed me to add things, adjust things, really have a visual representation of what I was doing every day. That, of course, is going to bring us into my fourth tip. My fourth tip is to adjust my routines, not just throw them away. I think so often we create a new routine and we go like gung-ho for 5-6 days, maybe even a week, and then we think, oh, this doesn't really work. I'm not doing this anymore, because maybe we miss a day. Instead of trashing this routine that you worked on and you know is going to make you feel good when every single day that you accomplish it, workshop it. Say, okay, well, these 4 things work really great for me during the week, but on the weekend, it doesn't really flow with my schedule. I had to do that. For a while, I was saying wake up every day at 4:30 a.m. because I needed to be to work by 6, but I don't want to wake up at 4:30 on the weekends. And so instead of writing on my schedule, wake up at 4:30 a.m., I changed it to make every single task have a relative time increment. Sometimes my tasks don't need a time increment. Drink water doesn't need a time increment. Just drink the water. So I needed to be able to workshop these things, adjust them, figure out what works best for me. The first several drafts of my routine have changed. My routine has probably changed from the vlog you guys watched on Monday. Everything just gets reworked and adjusted. If you get to a place where you've reworked and adjusted the routine so much that you don't really even know what's going on anymore, then maybe it's time to trash it. But you can't really form any habits, until after you've worked that routine for at least 3 weeks to a month. So try out this routine, give it all you've got, and then if in a month it's still not working, then try something new. For me, routines are a really great way to make sure that I'm getting, I don't want to say my money's worth of my day, because that doesn't really make any sense, but really trying to make sure that I am utilizing my day, my hour. It makes me feel so much more productive when I can wake up, mark things off of my checklist and say, oh wow, it's only 5:30 in the morning and I've already drank X amount of ounces of water. I've already stretched and had my positive affirmations. I've gotten my mind focused and ready for the day. I've set my intentions. I've been thankful for the last 24 hours. I've done all of those things to put me in the mindset to take on my day. I think a morning routine specifically is so important because, like I said, it gets you set. You are setting yourself up for success first thing in the morning. And an evening routine is my way of saying thank you so much for this day. I am grateful for it. I had my ups and downs like every day, but I am finishing strong and I am leaving today and moving towards a better tomorrow. That's all I have for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all here next week.